person like that, do I? You know, I've noticed up front, yeah, I do be slipping, not on purpose, so be accidental.
All right, we are live, Abby.
Are you loading for me or not?
I'm going to turn on the Instagram and tell folks we're live on there.
Do we have any viewers yet?
We have 2 people. You ready?
Nope.
Mic check. Say mic check.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Holy crap, that's a big bug.
Wow.
Oh, killed it. Abby, mic check.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, can you hear me? Yep, we're good to go.
Have you started the live yet or not?
Hmm?
On Instagram.
Let's turn the live to that now.
I can hear the music in the background, and I feel like they can't, and I'm like over here jamming.
All right, ready, Abby?
Ready?
Instagram live is going. YouTube live is going.
What's up, you guys? Well, I'm Abby from PerfecPress HTV. Today I will be showing you guys how to put vinyl on a pumpkin, because we all know we don't really like carving them. Actually, I'm kind of being a hater, because I wish I could do this on a date with someone, carve it. What I'm going to start off doing first is cleaning off the pumpkin, because it is dirty and you want the vinyl to stick. If you don't clean it and it's dusty, the vinyl will not stick. And you'll think it's the vinyl that has a problem, but really it's the dirty surface. Just with the wet rag or whatever, it'll be fine. Today we are gonna cut the vinyl on the Graphtec C7000. I know most crafters start off with like the Cricut and Silhouette, but I'm sure you guys can know how to work that out. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is look for a pumpkin template. And choose this one. Copy the image, place it on our software. Gonna make sure to contour cut it. We do not need it that wide. I'm gonna make it 6 wide and see how that works out for us. And it's already mirrored for me, so. Winston is actually gonna help me load it today. Winston, did you bring a weeder?
You're just wiping those puddings?
Yeah. Winston's adjusting the force for me. And we're good to go. While I'm waiting on that to cut, I'm just gonna clean the rest of these pumpkins off. Thanks, dude. Be my assistant. Be like, thank you, sir. Yeah, I just think that. All right, so now I'm just gonna weed the design. So this is what it ends up looking like, what I chose. I'm just gonna cut it out really quickly. Okay. And of course, we need our transfer tape. This is actually one of our most preferred transfer tapes, is the grid one. It's the medium tack one. No. We're gonna use our PerfecPress HTV squeegee. Sorry. And I like to squeegee both sides just to make sure that the tape does grab onto the vinyl all the way. And when you get to peel it off, all of it comes onto the tape. And now you can place it on your pumpkin. I actually kind of wish I had done this a little bit bigger, but it's fine. When you place it on your clean surface, remember it does have to be really clean so that it can actually stay on there. It is going to be a little bit tough because the surface is not flat, it's pretty round, but you know, you could kind of manage your way through it. Of course, you know, like pumpkins have rigid sides, so it is going to be a little bit tougher than you think. But you could always make it work. Usually I would use a squeegee to transfer it onto the surface, but like I said, because it's round, I'm using my hands right now. I wish we had music in the background. I'm just going to turn it and face it my way because I'm struggling that way. Okay, now I am going to start using the squeegee once I feel like my design is properly placed where I want it to be placed on the pumpkin.
Abby, do you think it would be easier to pull it off like stickers and sticker it on?
It is what I've been trying to do right now. But I do want to make sure that it is placed where I want it to be placed. I will be using my weeder to help me kind of hold down the vinyl onto the pumpkin while I'm taking off the transfer tape. That's the only disadvantage when you're trying to put sign vinyl on something that's curved and rigid like the pumpkin, because the design kind of starts to curve with the tape. But the tape still does help you kind of give you like the sense of direction as to where the vinyl needs to be placed so that your design doesn't look crooked. So now that I've taken the tape off, you can kind of see that our design is onto the pumpkin. Like I said, I kind of wish I had done it a little bit bigger, but I still think it's cute. I feel like this is the lazy way to carve a pumpkin because you're not really carving it, you're just putting the vinyl on it, but it does let the pumpkin last longer because you know when you carve it, it doesn't last as long as you wish it did. But that is how you place vinyl on a pumpkin. Do you have any questions so far or anything?
Let's do another one.
Okay, this time I will make the design bigger so I could be a little bit more satisfied with how it looks.
Use that tape measure.
Wow, my assistant is the greatest. Let's see. Let's choose a different design. Let's try out this ghost and see how that comes out. So I'm going to move the image into my design space. I'm going to drag over the design. Delete. I don't want that piece either. Delete that. Okay. Maybe I'll try doing this one with glitter and see how that vinyl turns out on the pumpkin. I'm going to use a measuring tape like Winston suggested. I'm going to do it 7 inches, 8 inches wide on this pumpkin and see how that turns out. Again, it's mirrored already for me. I have to load the media. I completely forgot about that. We're going to do purple vinyl and see how that comes out. This is our purple glitter UGSV. Okay, now we'll send my media. Going to make sure this surface is cleaned again because I do not trust myself with that one. This time I'm going to try placing it on without the tape and see maybe how that turns out, but it is a different design. It's pieced differently, so it might be a little bit more difficult, but we'll see how it goes. Oh gosh. I'm going to weed out just the ghost part. It did. Come on. You don't trust me or what? He did bring out a good point though. It is good. It is always good to test your materials before cutting it, because you don't want to not cut it right and then mess up your vinyl. So maybe I should have done the cut test, but I trusted myself enough. So this is what mine ended up looking like. And like I said, this time I'm gonna try not using the transfer tape to transfer it, because as you saw, I did struggle with the first pumpkin just because it's not a flat surface, it's curved and rigid. So we're gonna see how it goes with just piecing it on there. Of course, if it's a more intricate design, meaning like it had like, I don't know, say it's like a haunted house and had windows and whatnot, it might be a little bit more difficult. So you kind of just have to trust your own judgment onto what you decide to use. Either use the transfer tape or not. Okay, let's try this. This design does have bigger pieces, as you can see, so it's gonna be much easier for me, and I'm just gonna go based off the design on the computer and try placing it myself. And like I said, because it's curved, of course it's gonna wrinkle a little bit. You just kind of have to flatten it out yourself with your hands. Again, I do feel like I'm really trusting myself on putting the design without the transfer tape. Again, it might take you a while to actually like get the vinyl to look the way you want it on the pumpkin. Only because of the curves though. So just gotta have to be patient with the process. This is what the pumpkin is looking like so far. Well, it's pretty much it. I just have to flatten it to how I like. But yeah, it was much easier for me to do it without the tape. But of course, you can still use the tape as a way of it helping you kind of decide where the placement is going, of course. So you kind of have to see what works out for you best. Any questions from my tech?
I said, yay, Abby. Shout out.
Huh?
Someone said, shout out to Abby.
Shout out to who was it? Probably one of my favorites.
Pressure ATI?
How are you gonna question it instead of telling me how it is? There's my pumpkin though, with the glitter UGSV. What would you like for me to do next?
Let's do the Mod Podge one.
Today, Winston wants me to show you guys how to Mod Podge a pumpkin. I personally have not done it, so he might walk me through the process.
Cut your paint mask, put the paint mask on.
Paint mask. That is stencil material for those who aren't aware what paint mask is. I am not going to load the whole thing into it because it's a small pumpkin. So I'm going to cut the sheet in half. I've noticed that a lot of customers do always buy the permanent vinyl to use as a stencil. I'm not sure how good that works for you guys, but we do have a stencil material. It's called paint mask with us, unless you want to continue using the permanent vinyl if that works for you. But it's the same price, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let me choose a design for the Mod Podge. Again, I'm going to go with something simple, not too intricate, just for time consumption purposes. Oh, let's do this one. This one's cute. Copy the image again. Oh, not what I meant to do. Okay, go to our little Z here. All right. And of course, for those who aren't familiar with sign vinyl, I'm sure everyone here is, but just in case someone isn't, sign vinyl, you cut on top of it, not the back of it. It doesn't have to be reversed. A lot of my images right now have been symmetrical, so it doesn't really matter if it's reversed or not, because regardless, it looks the same to me. So it's a small pumpkin, so I'm gonna make it. It's actually a really curved pumpkin. I might struggle a little bit. We're gonna make it 3 inches wide. Actually, yeah, 3. I'll make it exactly 3. There we go. So once that's finished cutting, I'll weed it. What I'm gonna do is apply the Mod Podge once I put the stencil vinyl on it, and I will apply glitter onto it. Winston chose this color, not me. I would have chose something a little bit more Halloweenish, but we'll go with it. Okay, I'm gonna weed that out really quickly. Again, I'm not going to use the transfer tape for this one. I'm just going to apply it really quickly with my hands. I'll just do the placement based off my judgment. Again, this is just stencil vinyl. I don't remember if I cleaned this pumpkin off again, so I'm just going to do it. It's the stencil vinyl, so you may not be able to see it that good, but that's because I will be removing the stencil vinyl off from it once the Mod Podge and glitter are on there. Winston's over here telling me what to do, like I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, we're gonna listen to him. Thanks, Winston, for the reminder. I love it. So this is what my pumpkin looks like right now. Of course, it is a little bit wrinkled, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna take it off once the Mod Podge and the glitter is applied to it. I don't know how good you can see that. Oh, my camera dry. You good? Kinda. Well, anyway, this is the Mod Podge that we are using. It is called just the Super High Shine Clear Click Sealer. It's my first time using it, actually. I've never actually done this part. But we're gonna roll with it, like I said. I am not sure if you should be wearing a mask with this, but I'll be fine, right? Sure. You think so?
Yeah, go for it.
I highly suggest, for the purpose of this video, to wear a mask when you are applying this. Not sure how strong it's gonna be. Should probably be wearing gloves too. Maybe. I don't think we were prepared for this part. But so I'm trying to.
Don't get the computer sticky.
I'm trying to make sure that my stencil is on here properly because I don't want any glitter getting underneath it. So I'm only gonna spray the front part. Of course, you could go all around it, but I'm using the display glitter, and I do not want to use all of it. Okay. Whoa, that was the totally wrong direction. Okay. Like I said, I'm only doing the front part. Well, yeah, definitely use a mask. I'm gonna. I did not like that smell. Okay. Wear some gloves because my hands are sticky now. Wow, that's terrible. All right, so I'm gonna now, it's wet, pour the glitter onto it. Ooh, this is cute. Yeah, this is actually really strong. It seems like the Mod Podge has dried quickly though. Yeah, I will do that. You know what I just thought of? We're probably like concealing the stencil onto it.
All right, we'll find out.
I think we were kind of improvising here. So again, I'm gonna tell you guys one more time, do wear gloves and a mask when you're doing this. I highly regret not wearing the gloves. Oh, I'm gonna seal it one more time again to pour more glitter onto it because it dried a little quick on me. And I want to get a good layer on there.
You try the other side of the glitter so you pour it along there.
Because I don't want to waste it. For time purposes, I do want to just get around the face so that when I remove the stencil, you guys can see what it looks like. This would look much prettier if it was all around. I can already tell, but again, I want to save the glitter because it is our display, so I want to be able to save it for you guys to look at when you come into the store. So that's what the front looks like. You see I've covered around the whole stencil. Now what I'm going to do now is remove the stencil where the image was. I wish I had tweezers. And yet, I would remove it carefully because you don't. No, it's fine. You can do what Winston said. You can wait a little bit, but my only worry is that the Mod Podge will dry and conceal the paint mask onto the pumpkin, and that's not what we want. That wasn't the purpose of this. But you could wait, like Winston said, a little bit. He brought me some tweezers. gonna be better for me to be able to remove the stencil from it.
Did it work?
Yes, it did. That's how it looks like so far. Again, you could do what he said, wait a little bit, let it dry, but based off how you see if it's drying or not, you don't want the stencil to stick because you know the Mod Podge is a sealer, so you don't want it to stay on the pumpkin. And then it's gonna get kind of hard to see where the stencil was placed, so just try to find it the best you can. Whoa. There you go. Couldn't find his nose for a second. And that's what the pumpkin ends up looking like once you remove the stencil. It's actually really cute. I didn't like the color in the bottle at first, but I think I'm glad with the color he went with. It's actually really cute. It's better than I expected. Yes. Now imagine that glitter was all around the pumpkin. Or you could even do a different design on the back, but you know, up to you. It's cute. And of course you're gonna let it dry, so make sure not to touch around it. So there's that. Again, wear gloves because once you get the spray on your skin, the glitter's gonna stick, so I'm gonna have to wash my hands really good after this. And of course you can reuse whatever glitter you have in your pan. What do we have next?
No, glitter vinyl or the reflective black.
Right. We're gonna try a smaller pumpkin with our reflective vinyl and see how that looks, because you know pumpkins stand out mainly at night. Our reflective vinyl will be able to show the face more than the regular flat black would. Just cleaning off my hands from the sealer really quickly. I think I need this anymore. Lost my mouth. There we go. All right, I'm gonna choose a different design now. Again, it's gonna be a small design because it's a small pumpkin. Nothing too much. Okay, let's just do this one. Again, I'm working on the GraphTech. The GraphTech software is a little bit different than other cutters. I'm gonna get rid of the words. Whoa. Don't need that. Okay. I'm gonna load the reflective vinyl. The reflective vinyl is a little bit thicker than our regular, so I am gonna fix the force real quick. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Fix my force. The cutter's reading it, and now I will send it. It's a small pumpkin. I'm gonna do this one. Just gonna do it 4 inches wide. And I'm gonna clean this pumpkin again because I don't remember cleaning the smaller ones. Just in case I didn't though. And again with this one, I'm not using the transfer tape. I'm just going to do the placement with my hands. Just because it's easier with the curves and all. Anything for you, Winston. So I'm going to place these on the pumpkin really quickly with my hands. Oh. Again, this is a reflective vinyl, so it's going to be able to show up more at night. If you were to put the pumpkin like on your front doorstep or something and cars hit it, they'll be able to see it from far. So I think that's actually pretty dope. Are we going to be able to do a demonstration on that or not?
Hmm?
Are we going to be able to show them how it reflects or not?
We'll try.
Okay, so this is what my pumpkin looks like. You know what? It's actually not that centered. But this is what I'm talking about when you do have to do your own judgment when you're placing it without the transfer tape. This is what it looks like. It looks like regular black vinyl. But of course, like we said, it is reflective. I'm not sure how good you can see that on the camera, but maybe I can show you with my phone and maybe you'll be able to see a difference. So that's what it looks like without any flash or light on it. Once you flash it, you can see it reflects. I'm not sure how good you can see that through the camera, but that is the purpose of it, for light to hit it and reflect, kind of like a, you know, like the safety jackets or whatnot. But
Turn your flashlight on.
yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. At night, I think that would look really dope. Again, reflective vinyl is a little bit a little bit deeper, so you do have to up the force a bit. You could always do a test cut and make sure it's cutting right on your specific cutter. Do we have any questions so far?
No.
Comments,
Someone said
concerns?
you're their favorite person in the shop.
Wow, I am flattered. I bet if it was Lorraine or Ali, they would have said the same thing, though.
Well, let's finish up by doing one last pumpkin, just a kind of a refresher of what we've been doing.
Okay, so we've been placing the vinyl on pumpkins. I guess it's kind of the less messy way of decorating a pumpkin without having to carve it. I'll put vinyl on it one more time and see how that goes. I'll put something else on it. I'll put this Boo Shy Guy on it. Okay. I'm gonna put the black glitter vinyl on it this time. And because I did just cut the reflective, I'm gonna cut the, no, actually I'll just leave the force the same. Do you think so? Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Glitter is also a little bit thicker than our regular house vinyl, so it should be fine with the setting I had for the reflective vinyl. I'm gonna send that to cut. That is a smaller pumpkin, so it's actually really small, so I'm gonna put 3 inches and see how that works out for us. Just a reminder, you do always want to clean the surfaces before applying vinyl on it because you want the vinyl to stick permanently. When it's dirty, it causes the adhesive of it to not stick well throughout time. Again, I'm not using the transfer tape because it's easier for me since the surface is round and not flat. So I'm just going to use my hands and do my own judgment of placement. I'm just going to weed it out really quickly. This is what my design looks like. And I will be placing it without the tape. It's actually a little bit, I don't know, I feel like I'm not trusting myself right now, but you can always lift it and remove it. Just once though, because if you keep doing it, you're gonna lose its adhesive. This is actually, I thought this was gonna be cuter, but it actually looks kind of sad. The design. I don't know, the way his eyes are, they're like droopy. Okay, I'm placing my last piece on here. And I'm just adjusting how the pieces look because these curves kind of trick you a little bit. Where is this ghost from? Isn't it from like Mario? Right. All right, you guys. So this is what the glitter, black glitter, ends up looking like on the pumpkin. Of course, you have to make sure it's under how you want it. Why are you laughing, Winston? Huh? It's not as good as the others. Like I said, I feel like the design is a little bit sad, but I think it's still cute. I think you're being a hater. So today we put sign vinyl on pumpkins. We did it in different ways. We did the first one with transfer tape, the rest without. We did demonstrate using the stenciling with Mod Podge. Of course, you don't have to use a spray. You can use regular Mod Podge too, or even regular glue. It doesn't matter. Again, make sure with the stenciling, don't let it dry too much, or else you putting the glue on top of it will make the stencil stay on the pumpkin, and that was not the purpose of the stencil. We showed the reflective and the glitters on the pumpkins. Yeah, it's just an easier way of, and a cleaner way of decorating a pumpkin without carving it.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you, Abby.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure being here. Let us know if you do come in the store, if you did see the video with me in it. I won't give you a discount, but I'm going to be like, hey, you know?
All right. Tell them to like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every Wednesdays and Fridays, right? At 11, live, of course. They're always going to be pre-recorded for you to rewatch on YouTube. But yeah, turn on our notifications as well.
Bye, Abby. Thank you.
Bye.